right, all right. Hello, 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 hello. We are on episode 59 of the Basement Tapes. Almost done the 50s in this little series of Basement Tapes, but we're still midway through the 50s in my type cards in my collection. 1955 tops. Boy, what a year that was. 1955 is when my mother graduated from high school back in the day. And let's see if we can see how many of these 55 cards. I can tell you that I am actively pursuing this. It is on my list of things to complete. And I have, as we said in the 55 Bowman episode, I have 185 of these, which kind of trails behind by 3 cards, my 1955 Bowman. So 1955 tops kind of gets a little bit of a kind of gets lost in the shuffle there between the early tops sets. Obviously, people for various reasons dig the 52, 53, 54. 54 was banging with rookies. 56 not so banging with rookies, but considered one of the most sought after tops sets. I guess it's because it's semi easily attainable compared to some of the other ones. But anyway, sitting on 185 of these bad boys, and we'll learn a little bit more per Beckett OPG here. The cards in this 206 card set measure approximately 2 5/8 by 3 3/4. Both the large headshot and the smaller full length photos used on each card of the 1955 top set are in color. The card fronts were designed horizontally for the first time in Topps history. The first card features Dusty Rhodes, hitting star and MVP in the New York Giants' 1954 World Series sweep over the Cleveland Indians. A high series, 161 to 210, is more difficult to find than cards 1 to 160. Numbers 175, 186, 203, and 209 were never issued. To fill in for the 4 cards not issued in the high number series, Topps double printed 4 players, those appearing on cards 170, 172, 184, and 188. Cards were issued in 1 card penny packs or 6 card nickel packs, which came 36 packs to a box, and 15 card cello packs, rarely seen. Although rarely seen, there exist salesman sample panels of 3 cards containing the fronts of regular cards with ad information for the 1955 Topps regular and the 1955 Topps doubleheaders on the back. One panel depicts from top to bottom Danny Shell, Jake Thies, and Howie Pollett, I guess. Another panel consists of Jackie Robinson, Bill Taylor, Kurt Roberts. The key rookie cards in this set are Ken Boyer, Roberto Clemente, Harmon Killebrew, and Sandy Koufax. The Frank Sullivan card is a very noticeable print dot, which appears on some of the cards, but not all of the cards. We are not listing that card as a variation at this point, but we will continue to monitor the information about that card. 206 cards, we are told, $151.70 average value for a total of $31,265 total value. $8,000 to $20,000 this set will cost you, condition depending. I'm guessing Clemente, Koufax, and then Killebrew. That's my top 3. Although Jackie Robinson could sneak into the top 3 here, right? Let's see here. I am going with Jackie Robinson. Let's see. Yes, it is Jackie Robinson. Boy, that was a close one. Anyway, Clemente, Koufax, and Robinson are your top 3. Willie Mays kind of ties Jackie Robinson there, but then Aaron and Williams finish out the top 5-ish. Let's move over to TCDB and see what they have to say. 206 cards, 2 5/8 by 3 3/4, of course. Teams represented here are the Orioles, Red Sox, Dodgers, Cubs, White Sox, Redlegs, Indians, Tigers, KC Athletics, Milwaukee Braves, Giants, Yankees, Phillies, Pirates, Cardinals, and Senators. Errors and variations. There are 12 recorded ones. Ted Williams, card number 2 and 2B, there is not missing dots in the signature and then missing dots in the signature. Herman Weimeyer has no asterisk before life on the back on one version and an asterisk before life on the back, and I in signature in front with a dot and no dot. So there's a lot going on there. Jackie Robinson variations, left corner Dodger logo is not cut off on front versus the corrected left corner of Dodgers logo cut off on front, or maybe that is the uncorrected. I don't know. But Wally Moon, red dot on signature over E in Wallace. no red dot in signature over E and Wallace. Harry Elliott's got four, count them, four variations, 137A through D. A is date of birth should be 1923, full line of bio. B is date of birth should be 1923, last line in bio partially missing. Harry Elliott 137C, date of birth should be 1923, last line of bio missing, but copyright complete. And then 137D, date of birth should be 1923, last line in bio missing and copyright partially missing. So apparently they got the date of birth wrong on all four cards, but there's different variations nonetheless. Hall of Famers abound here, 20 records. Williams, Kaline, Herman, Newhouser, Banks, Spahn, Aaron, Robinson, Irvin, Koufax, Killebrew, Matthews, Clemente, Hodges, Rizzuto, Mays, Barrett, and Snyder. Of course, there are two Williams and two Jackie Robinsons due to the variations. Rookies in here, 72 records. Of course, we talked about the big three are Clemente, Koufax, and of course, Killebrew. Don Mossy, by the way, 85, card number 85 is his rookie card here. Let's talk about comments here from SR Fay or Shrey. 1950 Tops, 55 Tops was the first pack. My mom gave my brother and I one pack each. The only card I remember from the pack was Ruben Gomez of the Giants. Beautiful colors. Round the Diamond's back. Round the Diamond 87 says, for such a small set, there are a few heavy hitters that make compiling 1955 Tops a tough one to complete. Wilt says, my first pack of cards was from this set, and it is still one of my favorites. I now have the entire set except for the Harmon Killebrew card. So, Wilt, I hope you completed that mission in the 12 years since you've posted that. Packaging, again, green, red, white, all that fun stuff. We see penny pack, wax box, and we see a nickel pack wax box as well. The wrappers are like lime green for the 5-cent wrappers. Big Chews, biggest comments, save Bazooka comics for free prizes. Let's see here. The nickel packs are a little more striped, as they say, and yeah, just goes on and on. So beautiful packs. Just couldn't imagine diving into those things when I was a kid. That would have been freaking awesome, huh? So inserts, of course, we saw the advertising panels, but let's move down to the sell sheets here. Clearly see the Tops doubleheader in there with Bill Skowron as well, but there is a interesting sell sheet here. Tops 1955 baseball 7, and it's spelled out in parentheses SEVEN cards. Biggest series, 24 count, 5 cents, 120 count, 1 cent, plus a gimmick penny baseball series, doubleheader baseball, 120 count, 1 cent, extra sales, extra profits. Sell both penny items this year. So the incentive is there for the dealers, as they used to call them. They were actually candy store people, but the incentive was there to sell. Don't have any of the double headers, but they are certainly popular cards these days. Cards measure 2 5/8 by 3 3/4. First set to include the Kansas City Athletic cards. Card numbers 175, 186, 203, and 209 are not issued. This is the first baseball release from Tops using a horizontal design. Of course, the horizontal designs are still a polarizing topic. Both 55 card sets, the Bowman and the Tops, were horizontal, which was a pretty interesting time. I wonder if they had spoken to each other about this or they just decided to do it on their own. Tops, of course, would do 56 and then 60 full horizontals, and then do kind of a mix and match further down the line in the 70s. Let's see here. Go to the gallery, right? The gallery. See these cards, big headshot and an action shot and logo. It's got everything you want on there. Kind of a profile, an action shot, the full baseball team logo, a facsimile autograph, nicknames like Dusty Rhodes, outfield position on there, and full team name, New York Giants. Really, really fine looking set. Of course, I'm looking at the Ted Williams here where you can see the dot and the no dot over the I's in his last name. Again, close to finishing this set, I guess, or close enough to try real hard. So let's find a random card. Let's go to number 7 here, page 7, and talk about Spook Jacobs in honor of Dr. Jim Beckett here. Kansas City Athletics, of course, first year tops for them. Forrest V. Jacobs. His middle name is Vandergrift, and beautiful classic A's logo on the front upper left there. So, Forrest Vandergrift Jacobs, card number 61, second base, Kansas City Athletics, weight 5'10. I'm sorry, height 5'10, weight 155, bats right, throws right, home, Pennsville, New Jersey, born November 4th, 1925. The name Spook really applies to Jacobs because he's a phantom to enemy pitchers when he gets on base. Last season, he paced the A's in stolen bases with 17 and was only tossed out 3 times. Spook drills those singles when they count and takes extra bases on fielders who are napping. Using his cat-like reflexes in fielding, he was third among AL second basemen in DPs. Copyright TCG, printed in USA. There is a true or false question on the back there. In 1859, the baseball game ended with a 66-32 score. Is that true or false? The answer is, believe it or not, it's true. Amherst versus Williams College ended 66-32. Below are his major and minor league batting records. So last year and lifetime are listed there. The year is ambiguous, but the lifetime, there is no doubt. And the asterisk clearly says major and minor league batting records. Fielding is in there as well. Yeah. So again, interesting times that we were that concerned about fielding. I find that very surprising, but perhaps they didn't like to have the same amount of stats we like to see, like bases on balls and strikeouts and stuff like that. So that's that. That's the 1955 top set. Kind of an unheralded set, like I said, but the collectability is real, and of course, the hype is real when it does pop up because of the Sanford Koufax and the Roberto Clemente rookies, which are both iconic in the hobby.